cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave.
President of Bad Boy Records, they kidnapped me. What did he tell you? He said, that's crazy, but it's going to be okay. And then I got termination. So the president of Bad Boy Records, he's like the actual... Some folks, when I was asking them who Har Pierre is, they're like, he's the guy who's doing the work, and Kid and Puffy is the one whose name is on it. So, and then the next thing I know, I got fired, and I was accused of not properly putting in for the vacation I was on.
Test.
On vacation with. She said I thought that she was on vacation with Rihanna. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's what Inner City Press heard also. Had you put in yes to Har Pierre? Did you lose benefits? All of them, health, 401k, my house, my car. What did Combs say? He said that I would never work again, that he would make me kill myself. Remember this phrase too. This is important. That I would never work again. Did you get a job offer? I did, but it fell through. I couldn't get a job. Did you settle with Mr. Combs in October 2012 for how much? Tell us. They never tell us. They never tell. The answer to that question. So it doesn't seem she sued them, because I think she said earlier that she had never sued him, but she had threatened to sue.
The girl. You don't play tonight.
Termination. And they settled, but we don't know how much. This was a big thing to the defense. They did not want us to hear how much they settled for.
11:30.
Looking nothing like any picture we've seen of her. That reminds me. I want to see like Google Cat. When I saw her on the stand, I was like, that is not the woman whose picture we've been seeing over and over again, who's been identified as Capricorn Clark. Okay, I can't figure this out. Maybe you can help me, okay? Maybe you can help. Every time we've been shown a picture of Capricorn Clark, this is the picture they use. Almost like, whoa, what happened there? This is the picture we see. This picture. Then you see this on this. No, not this. That's on the stand. She really looked like that. I'm like, how is that the same person? That's a pretty good image of what we saw all day. I was like, how is that the same person? I didn't understand anything here. Then here are more pictures of Capricorn Clark. This is what she looked like today. This is the same person. This looks like this, not like this. I don't know how this is the same person. None of this. This is her, Capricorn Clark. These two people are the same person. I don't understand anything I'm seeing here. None of this makes any sense to me. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because I was confused by this all day long. That this is the one, every time anyone's been asked, are you familiar with this person? Yes, that's Capricorn Clark. I'm like, all right, that's not the woman who was testifying today. This is what she looked like today. All right. Aside from the settlement agreement, do you have any other pending litigation? No. Do you go back to work for him? Yeah, in 2016. No one else would hire me. Cassie had a new record deal with Epic. And that's when she was hired to help Cassie with her look. Who did you have to get approvals from? Sean Combs. Cassie was taking more drugs. Yes. Was she still dating Puffy? Yes. In December 23, why did you retain an attorney? I was traumatized by Cassie's civil complaint. We never really got an explanation for what about her civil complaint traumatized her. At this point, her complaint didn't reference me. I reached out to Mr. Combs and said, I want my life back. You kidnapped me. Objectional rule, was there a discussion of you working for Mr. Combs again? Yes, as chief of staff. When did you last speak with Miss Ventura? 2018. Scott Kid Cudi, 2012. No further questions. Let's go for a break. And there you go. They go for their break. Now we're on Cross. On Cross. Ms. Clark, you're still under oath. We met in April 2024. This is Agnifilo. Agnifilo is saying to her, when she brought claims or was threatening claims, she sat down, she and her lawyer, Brian Friedman, sat down with Agnifilo and Tenny Garagos to sort out. This was after his house had been raided. And she reached out saying, maybe you want to work with me now. So you had a lawyer, Brian Friedman. Yes. You want to come back and work with Mr. Combs, right? We discussed it. Yes. You saw Ms. Garagos taking notes. Yes. You said you didn't think Cassie was good for Mr. Combs. Why'd you say that? Well, I just thought they were toxic. But that's what she said. She also said, let me just flesh out more in here. When she was asked about like why she returned to work, this is actually still in the rect. A thing that we keep hearing from Capricorn Clark all day is, I needed to get my life together. Now, I don't know if the jury picked up on this. I don't know how familiar they are with Diddy and his level of influence in the music industry. But there's a guy who I think is a guard. I'm trying to remember. I want to find who I actually was sitting next to in the courthouse. What's his name? I've seen videos of him talking about Diddy. Whenever he comes outside, everyone like tries getting him to make comments, to weigh in. Heavy set guy. Let's see if I can find him. You'll know him when I pull a picture of him. You'll know him. Is Diddy going to take the stand? Doubtful. Could happen, but it's very doubtful. Very doubtful. Trying to see if I can find any videos featuring this guy. I've seen a whole bunch. I'm going to see if I can find the next 30 seconds. If not, I'm just going to give up. He looks like he's like 50.
Be right back.
Heavyset black guy. Oh, he's a guard. I don't know. Gene Deal. That is the name. Gene Deal. He wrote a book, My World of Bodyguarding a Hip Hop Star. This is the guy. So I was sitting next to Gene Deal in the afternoon session today. I actually wrote a question to him because I didn't want to disrupt the thing. But, yeah. It's not makeup. I mean, that's a whole different... So you guys think it's Gene Deal, huh? That's who you think it is? Gene Deal? Gene Deal. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. So I was sitting next to Gene Deal in court today. And he made this comment. He's like during a break. He's like, folks don't get it. Like, he's just a man. He's just a man. But in this industry, what he says goes. Whatever he says goes. That's it. You guys don't understand. You don't want to work. He doesn't want you to work. You're not working. You're not working. What he says goes. No one's going against that. That's just the way it is. So, you can talk all the hip-hop stars you want. There's lots of hip-hop stars. There's Puffy. And what he says goes. So, and that's why she keeps saying, I just want my life back. And she feels like what happened here was not fair. This is what's going to come up a lot on Cross. That what she feels like what happened here was very unfair to her. And she starts bawling about this on Cross. Now, sometimes she got a little tripped up with her memory. There's one part which we're going to see that she gets tripped up with her memory. But what he says goes. All right. So all right. So you didn't think that. So she asked him, you didn't think that Cassie was good for the defendant? That's right. Why? They just had a toxic relationship. You would call him Puff? Yeah. Tell us about Jeanette DeLone. Who is she? So she was, and how you met him. So in 2002, I met Jeanette. Then I met Puffy through Jeanette. And we started hanging out together. We were living in the Bronx, and I hated it. And I knew Jeanette, and she would hang out with Diddy. And when you guys hung out, you had fun, right? You had a lot of fun. Yeah, we did. This is something that Agnifilo always asks everyone who spent more than 10 minutes in Diddy World, which is hanging out with Puffy is fun. You have a good time with him. And I think it's an important thing for him to keep bringing up because his objective is to basically say, don't think that the people who are in his world are just getting beaten by him all day long. No, there are incidents where he starts beating on people, but I expect that he's going to come in closing arguments and say, every person who came up here, you want to know why they really hung out with him? Not because they were afraid of him, because he was fun and it was exciting. And he's an alluring and charismatic individual. So people had fun being with him. And that's why we've heard him say that, ask this very same question every cross. He would say, it was fun, right? It was fun. That's not an accident. That is a smart attorney preparing for cross. We've heard Cassie Ventura say it was fun. I think Kid Cudi may have even said it. George Kaplan said it. Capricorn Clark said it. Every person who spent more than 10 minutes in Diddy World, Agnifilo is getting them to say, yeah, hanging out with Diddy is fun. And the objective is, I expect that he's trying to say that's why these people are with him, because he's, successful person who's fun. Not because they felt threatened by him. And he wasn't doing drugs back then. She said, not really. He did ecstasy in Daddy's house, but then it got worse. Yeah, after. And the point is that he wants to make it like, yeah, Cassie made him worse. And you authorized Mr. Friedman to seek a job from you? And she's like, it was very procedural. It was very lawyerly. I don't know. You also asked Cassie and Diddy were both doing more drugs over time. That's true. In 2024, you thought you could be helpful. Yeah, you said that to Tenny and myself. That's true. And you authorized your lawyer, Brian Freeman, to discuss this. She said that was lawyer talk. And the defendant was under investigation at the time, wasn't he? Yeah. You remember me telling you that it would be difficult to give you a job during this whole investigation period? She's like, I don't remember that. No. You remember telling you? Do you remember telling the defendant that you had a crush on him? That I don't remember at all. I don't think that's true. All right. Let's pull out a document to refresh your recollection. So they try refreshing her recollection, and she recognizes her own phone number, but she doesn't recognize, and it's not admitted as an exhibit yet, and she doesn't recognize Diddy's number, so she can't authenticate that. The state says objection 403, which is relevant, and she also said they also said authentication. They said she can't verify that it's actually Diddy. They have a sidebar. They come back in and they end up getting this in. He has Agnifilo ask more questions. He said he sent a text message about having the biggest crush on him before meeting him. And they bring in this text message that she sent, basically saying that. He reads text message about having the biggest crush on you. And then they talk about the SJC days. The SJC, what does SJC stand for? That stands for Sean, Jeanette, and Capricorn, because we used to hang out together. See, I got more on this than he did on this one. Yeah, I beat him on this one. And then he gets more on the Raisin in the Sun, because I didn't talk about that at all. All right. You liked him as a friend. You respected him? Yes. Your first job, let's talk about your first job. You worked for Def Jam and Run DMC. I don't go back that far. I'm more Foxy Brown, Redline, Jay-Z. So how'd you come to work with Mr. Combs? So I put my resume on Monster after the World Trade Center thing. He said, you'd work for me? I was like, maybe. He was acting on Broadway in Raisin in the Sun, and I was impressed. He had a major part. He was a star. And she was saying how we would go to clubs, we would hang out, and then I got a call from a headhunter. And at the time, he was working on something called the Vote or Die campaign. Right. This is 2004 now. So he wanted to get celebrities to encourage the public to come out and vote in the 2004 election. And my job was to get T-shirts on the celebrities and into the photo shoots. And I call them and say, Papa wanted them to come. And they came? Yep, they did. How long before the jewelry missing? It was about 4 months. On the 4th of July, he threw a white party in his home in the Hamptons that year. It was vote or die. And after July 4th, like a week or two after, is when the jewels things happened. The jewels were stolen loan from Jacob the jeweler. And who else got lied detector? Mike B, his stylist. He too had gone to street level of 1440 for manicures. The lie detector test was the next day. You never told HR about that, though, did you? No. And then you were fired. And at first she's like, I wasn't fired. She's like, no, you were fired. No, she said she was fired. And he's like, you were never fired in 2004. She said, no, I was. For like 3 weeks. And then how'd you get unfired? I went to work on his 35th. They called me up and they said, we need you to help work on his 35th birthday at Cipriani to do the celebrity list. So I came back. And from 2004 to 2006, yeah, as his liaison. And during that time, her job was to shadow him and get celebrities to support.
I said I can't stop coughing, but I don't think it's nothing.
Milk's gonna make you cough, baby.
Listen, it's nothing that a couple Oreos won't fix.
Okay, I got you.
No,
Let's talk.
I took that.
Now over here, he spent a lot of time asking her about.
It's not a cough suppressant.
Where she said it was 5 days in a row all day. So I want to understand this. You're coming back to work the next day and you go back for the lie detector test the next day?
You're dirty.
That's what happened. 5 days in a row. And same guy.
You can't tell who's in the game?
What are you? Every day. And the building was locked from the outside? Yep. And Paulie didn't stay? No. You never saw the lie detector
what's wrong with the buy-in?
Lie detector guy ever again.
Boss?
That's right. I never saw him ever again.
Do I need to change that
after 5
too?
days, it was
10 or something?
inconclusive. So,
I don't know.
the rotation would be they'd hook me up to the machine.
Guys. Stuck to the wife.
And they'd ask me questions, and then they'd
Boss,
unhook
get in the
it,
game.
review it, do it again. And she complained.
Anna's in.
Did you ever complain to
5
Vajda? Vajda was the person who oversaw HR. And she said no. You never told her, hey, you got employees being kidnapped and forced to take lie detector tests every day for 5 days? No. And she said she was fired in 2004, I'm sorry, over his girlfriend. And then brought back in to help out with his party. And then you worked from 04, 06, and she said not all of this way he's writing here, not all, it wasn't all of 2006. And then you left me, and Agnipolos is like, you left to make more money. She's like, no, I left because he pushed me out of his home. And then you worked at Jive? Yeah. How much did you make at Jive? $90,000 a year. And in 07, he said, come work on a clothing line. You won't work with me so much. You're just going to be doing your own thing, but I really want your help on the clothing line. She had done well when she was working for Jive. That's when he brought her back in. I told you, it's very confusing, the back and forth. Her work history is really, really confusing. But you worked every day, yes? And he was impressed with you. She said my work was really good. You worked hard because you believed in the defendant. No. She was like, I worked hard because I looked at it as working for Sean John. This is when she was working on the women's division of Sean John. I looked at it as if this was business school. I never graduated college. And here I was working in this company, and I looked at it as this was a learning opportunity for me, and I wanted, like I was in business school. And let's go to lunch. There was an exchange that they had. He told you were awesome. He would never use that word. You worked hard for him. I did. Others worked hard too, right? Not as hard as me. That is what she said. No one worked as hard as me. I did learn a lot from Mr. Combs. He broke the glass ceiling for us black people in the business world. She's black? I don't know what I'm seeing here. Do you need a minute? No, it's just complicated. We'll take a break. All right. Now, I don't want to go into the whole back and forth here about getting these exhibits in. I don't think, mostly because I don't think these exhibits are significant. If I think it's significant, then fine. All right. Let's bring the jury back in. Lunch. All right. Continuing with the cross. The cross. I'm just going to pause and say, since we're on a lunch break here, this is the point in the video that you should hit like and subscribe. If you're watching afterwards and you can drop a comment saying, hey, I dropped a comment by lunch, that would be cool. That would be really cool. I'm going to see how many of those I got. I dropped a comment by lunch. There you go. Obviously not lunchtime for you, but I'd love it if you did that. Thank you. This is where I'll just point out to you, just to say this is my chance to grow. This is it. This is it. And the growth has slowed down, certainly over the last week or so. Initially, it was all well and good. It's supposed to be getting better. It's not. There you go. I went up 60 people today. In the early days, I was going up 300. Sad. Sad. So, if you can hit like and subscribe, I would be most obliged. That's kind of my biggest compensation of this whole thing. Is I wake up every day just asking people. I to go through this whole thing just to get my subscribers back who were taken from me. So, thank you. If you can do that, I say thank you. All right, lunchtime. Things got kind of crazy after lunch. She spent much of her testimony crying. Much of her testimony crying. All right. I'm now in 26 minutes in.
Let them. Well, I mean,
I
it's
did
there's
that.
delayed
I
entry
did
here
for
too.
the actual
So.
text of the order.
Give
I
him
read the
some of my
order.
chips
The order said to define
for buying,
an
and
environ
also would it
as
be cool
It's only
if you could
3,000,
buy
so
him
you should
electric
get
whip?
enough to start with.
So again, there was some ambiguity there. I didn't know what was going on, so I was like, you know what? He was like, you're gonna get arrested. So I was like, I'll leave. And once I went to go leave, he was like, no, you can't leave.
I don't remember
We
that
went
at
outside.
all.
We talked outside, and he says, you have to erase the footage from your phone.
You would have to do like
And I was like, well, I don't want to erase the footage from my phone. This is my footage. I'm an independent journalist.
and
Whatever the court order doesn't seem to
give
even
him enough
label the adult
chips,
probation as an
bet enough chips to where
environ.
you could
But
fold out
he says no.
and
I
end the
said, all right,
game.
well, can you call a
That way
supervisor?
you could
They're all
have enough
busy.
chips to buy
He
in.
eventually calls the supervisor.
Yeah, that's what I was
Chief
thinking of doing, but I don't even know how to
Cavelli.
start that.
He liked to walk.
I'm in
Christopher
poker
Cavelli
light.
tells him,
The poker
hey,
started
you need
light.
to do. You
Can
tell
I
the
do
person
that?
Because it's on your phone, yeah.
Oh,
You can still do it on your
Deputy
phone.
unless I
Bass,
can
you have two
figure
options.
it out.
The first option is
And then I probably
to
just,
delete all the
if you
recordings from
guys
your
are
phone,
cool with
even the ones
it,
from outside.
if I could have like
And
somebody send me the how he gets connected to the group, because I totally forgot how we did that.
I'm an admin, but
when we did it.
this software is so messed up right now. I mean, I could probably accept them if but I don't even. I'll have to look
Oh,
to
he
find
has
the code.
15,000, so I only need like 5,000 more.
So he didn't walk.
No,
Didn't he
you
work
only need
near
3,000 to get in the game.
there? No, he didn't really
It's
work near there.
You can
Well,
start
where
with
is-
20,000
where
chips,
was the
but it's
office?
only
Wasn't it
3,000 to get in the
What
game.
was the address of the office? 1140 Broadway. What's the cross street there? 40th. Oh, that's close. And I'll tell you, the whole room I was in was like, no, it's not. It's not close. It's like no one walks, because anyone who's from New York knows that It's 59th Street is where Central is the southernmost point of 40th is further south than Central Park. You have to walk 19 blocks up Broadway to get to Central, to get to the southern piece of Central Park. Nobody walks there to go for a walk. You wouldn't walk 19 blocks to go for a walk in Central Park. No one does that. There's no New Yorker who does that. Now, if you're skating, if you're biking, you're taking your dog, maybe. No one goes for a walk for 20 blocks. They can go for a walk through Central Park. No New Yorker does that. And when he comes up there, he's like, well, that's close.
It is.
We would go there for walks. No. No.
Yeah,
It's like, who are you trying to gaslight? That's not
The way
reality.
it's set up now, I can't
You don't
send.
walk a mile to go
I
for a
can't
walk.
even find where you can
And it's
click
a
the
mile.
link into it anymore. The invite link. It's
Yeah, I don't know what.
And
So-
who'd you run? Did you run into some people there? Yeah, we ran into Naz. That's a rapper, right? Yeah. Yeah, we ran into Naz. Oh, okay. All right. So now, this was another argument they had. When you said that you had Miss Ventura spin, who was there? Let me show you. You said it was Lorianne Gibson. You said no, it was Lauren, and it was Chef Jordan. We're talking about spinning. We're talking about when he was ordering her around, saying walk this way, walk that way.
I'm gonna be doing this
remote
every night
spin
for
around.
the next 4 days because
That's
I need the watch time on Rumble.
you said that Lorianne
So if
Gibson
any of
was
you guys
there.
want to
No, they must have
look at my
misheard.
hand on Rumble,
It
please
really
go ahead
was-
and do
was
so.
Lauren
I don't
London.
give a shit.
Not Lorianne.
I need the watch time because
Oh.
my day job.
When did you
I'm
first
unemployed from,
meet
and
Cassie
I need
Ventura?
the
I met her
content
in
creator
2007 with Ryan Leslie, right when she signed her right before she signed a contract. You didn't always get. You didn't always. Did you always get along
Or
with
if you want
Cassie?
to leave a computer or
always.
something like that open on my stuff and
Why
just
did you not
watch
get along with her?
anything
In
from my
2008,
library.
she got more bravado, being his
When I go
girlfriend.
after the game,
No
I'm going to
longer
go strictly
lasted. She
on
thought I
Rumble,
was
and
being
I'll just
paid
do
to
this
help her.
scanning the local
Objection,
area.
sustain,
Which is
re-ask.
what I've been doing.
What did you see? She went from being a
I
sweet
need
mom to
100
being a
hours in
feisty
the next
girlfriend.
5 days by the end of the month.
Did you think she was talented?
Want to see my baby?
She had talent and was very beautiful,
Boy.
but not
Oh,
talented.
it's my little guy.
She was not.
It's my little guy. My 25-pound kitty.
And then she was asked, "Can you tell if someone's talented from someone who has talent?" Well, I have good taste. Talented to me is Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. She was more of a
Dude,
studio
Whitney-
musician. She
Oh,
needed things
yeah, my feet.
equalized. Did she perform live? A couple of times. She wasn't the greatest. And that's what she was explaining. And she said she was a studio musician. Someone like Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey, you throw them in front of a microphone, they belt it out, and it sounds awesome because they're talented, as opposed to having talent that you can sound good if you have an
Exactly.
equalizer and things of that nature. She also mentioned here that she said that Cassie would get nervous.
Apparently, I only get audio
She
if I
would
go
get very
to
and that
full
would hurt her
screen,
performances
or if
also.
you can't do
So she
audio
was-
on the
she
Windows
was really
for
not
some
a
reason.
stage performer.
I don't know why. Why can't I just push this into a tab?
Was she a hard worker?
What's it called? 60?
And I made it a little star here by the whole very talented thing. See the little star? There's my star. Very talented. She had
How you doing,
talent,
boss?
not very talented. Talented means Mariah Carey,
How you
Whitney
been, boss?
Houston. CV, that's Cassie, was more studio booth. That's what I had written down here. She would need things equalized. What was needed? She would need a great record label. She would need
Yeah, ask
She
anybody
would
who
need
maybe
a great
wanted
plan,
to watch
and
it.
she
You
would
can
need
see
to
my
work
hand
her ass.
live on Rumble.
That's what she said. She would really
On
need to
YouTube
work
too,
it.
but I shut
She was
down
gonna
YouTube
succeed
after the game's over.
and
I have to
I
go to
like-
local
type,
scanning.
on a stage type.
I like to be surprised on what you have. Thank you.
That's fine. I don't care.
I don't like to see what you have. That's cheating.
Well, it is, but some people think this
So let's
fake
talk
money
about the
means
times
something.
that she worked hard. Well, she would do her vocals. She would work really hard at that over and over and over again, and she would work out.
Mm.
But I would enjoy your
She
view
worked
after the
really
game's
hard
over
at
with on
choreography,
Rumble. I'm going to be
particularly in
scanning our
07 and
local
early
area.
08.
It's actually a nice. It's a multi-channel scanner.
And tell
It's
us
pretty cool.
what
They
she
just
would
set up
do
recently.
when she was not a hard worker. Well,
There's
she
some
liked
good
I
her
have-
shit.
boyfriend.
I have Rumble, but I just forgot my password.
Look at
We
you.
moved to LA after Kim
I'll
had
have
the
to make a new
twins
one.
in 2009.
But I'm already
That's
under there
involving more
under my girl the
relationship.
camera account.
He supported
Then
her,
click
and
on
she
forgot
talked about his
my password.
he had a ton of support
I know, I
for
just
her.
can't remember
Try
what
And I-
email I
signing
used.
into Google.
I sort of
Huh?
You know what email
that
you
she
did it
had
through, right?
here, which sounded
I mean,
almost
I got
envious
3.
and
Yeah, I know what
resentful
you mean.
of Cassie.
Well, I mean, I've got
At
30,
this point,
so
you don't
I know with
see it
Rumble,
in the
I sign in
text.
through Google.
I'm just telling
Oh, do you?
She
Yeah.
sounded kind
Oh,
of
you can do that?
resentful
Okay,
of
I can do that
Cassie.
too.
That
yeah,
Cassie
just do
I know.
Google
is
sign
not
in. And that's whenever I set up
be all,
extra accounts,
be all
it's how I do it.
And
I
Yeah.
usually have, I
that
do the passkey
It's really
thingy.
confusing.
Diddy is fawning over Cassie
What's confusing,
because
Anna?
Cassie is really pretty
On the
in
stream?
Capricorn's perspective. I'm telling
Are
you,
you? Can you
this
hear it?
just
I can't hear
radiated
anything.
from
Oh.
Capricorn
It might have cut off the
throughout
audio because my
much
audio
of
is now
the
going to the
race.
game.
That she feels a certain
But on the
resentment toward
stream, if you're
Cassie.
on
She saw
YouTube,
Cassie
it's
get
like
beat, and when she saw
what
Cassie
we're
get
saying,
beat,
and then
her
also
went out.
something
She
else.
genuinely
And
crying.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's because of the way Rumble
But
Studio is.
Capricorn
I can't do audio
like
through
most
just a window.
humans, so this is
I
what I
gotta
consider
pick the
enough.
whole. You know what?
To
I'll
be
just
clear
go
to you,
silent on the
Should I
stream.
go to
Capricorn
Rumble
puts
instead of
Capricorn
YouTube?
first.
Yeah, I prefer
This is
Rumble because I need
something
the
that
watch
I've
time on Rumble.
noticed
Oh,
throughout
okay.
her testimony. She cares about
What I was
Capricorn.
gonna ask is my
She doesn't
kiddo really
really
wants
care
to
about
join the
Cassie.
club,
She doesn't
and
have
we
much
need
respect
ID.
for
Do you guys
Cassie.
remember
She
what
knows
it
Cassie
is?
is a marginal
Let me try and
female
find it.
who was
Oh, okay.
raised up
I know the
by
password is
Diddy
Badger
as a
420.
result of
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
that
taking her
typed
and
in,
what she
ready to
would do
go.
for
I have
him
Vic on
to
Discord. I can
continue
ask
to
him.
perform and
I
spend
have it on
trying to
Discord.
find
and do whatever
Hold on,
the
I have it
hell
on Discord.
Is it on
he
Discord?
wanted of her, and that
Yeah,
she
it's under.
was
It's in the
very pretty. These
how to set
are
up.
things.
But
These
I
are
think
not
it might.
Poker.
qualities that Capricorn Clark
Yeah, poker,
values.
Because he's
YouTube.
got time to get in.
Clark
So.
values
So,
hard
Anna,
work. She takes her
Anna,
work
do you have
very seriously. She takes great pride in her work.
what is
This
it? Discord?
a mark of what she's
I'm in
merits
Far Laps, I
respect.
think.
And
Oh,
she looks
you're not in the YouTube one,
Cassie
or
as a
not in
distraction.
the
poker
poker
one.
one.
That's not
I
good
don't
for
know,
Diddy,
honestly.
and that she's not worth
Well, let me just find it. Let me. I'm sure I can find it. Hang on. Let me.
Okay. I'm so boomer with
world-class
Discord.
talent
Okay.
Oh, don't worry
that's
So
about it.
investing everything
The
I've been
club
avoiding
ID is
Discord a lot lately.
It's
So in that, and this
4884257.
through her voice,
Just the
whenever,
numbers?
Yeah.
particularly during this
Yeah,
Okay.
488
and also later on when she
488.
actually screams out her
427
resentment
or 4257.
Diddy
488-4257.
basically treating
Yeah,
her career.
That's it. I just found it.
That Capricorn feels that Diddy treated
And then Badger
Capricorn's
420 is the
career
password.
Oh, it's not
joke
Bad Badger.
to
It's
be
just
decided
Badger.
upon
Yeah.
by Cassie.
Oh,
When
Badger
she doesn't
420,
think that
baby.
Cassie deserves that because she doesn't
And when
look
that
at her
pops
as
in,
being
I'll
this
be able to
super
accept it.
talented, you know,
You're an admin too,
world-class
aren't you,
talent.
girl?
Wait a minute.
So that, and that she
Yeah, but
basically
that's
skates
Farlet's
by on
second
her
club.
looks,
That code
and that
was.
she isn't this
two.
world-class talent. And here it
This
is.
is the
My
one.
entire
That's the
everything
one
I
we're
worked
playing
my
on, though,
entire
right?
life for is in
I don't know what
jeopardy
one we're playing
for
on anymore.
shenanigans.
I have no
That's
idea.
what that is going to come
Okay,
up later
hang
on.
on.
That there's stupid
Running.
shenanigans making a joke out of my career and making it impossible for me to do.
No,
what I have my
I'm under
core
fix.
competence in. And this is what
Yeah.
made her.
Oh, okay. So
bawl.
it's
That's what she's
486.
crying about.
8901.
That's what ultimately she's like exploding in
six.
tears in frustration.
Can you repeat it
over.
again?
Mm-hmm. It's 486
It's not a
8901.
It's a very understandable position, but it's not a sympathetic position. Am I being clear about? Do you understand what I'm saying? We're going to see her crying about this, and crying, like just losing it on the stand, and it's not.
Dag
When
nabbit.
she's crying,
He's got
I had a very difficult time feeling
486-8901.
sympathy for her
4868901.
It's
Badger
Coded-
crying
420, but he has B capitalized.
I
Should he
guess to
lowercase
give her the
it?
benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt, what she
whole-
feels is
Oh,
that
Yeah, it's all lowercase.
Oh,
That
no,
just
it's not.
to her.
No, it's not. It's all uppercase.
It's all uppercase?
Yeah.
Lowercase.
Injustice about
No,
what
it's all
happened
Uppercase.
lowercase.
for real.
The 1 in 6 is all
To
uppercase.
me, this is not something that
No, it's not.
it may resonate with us.
I'm looking at it right
I
here.
don't think it resonates with
Okay.
us emotionally.
Try it.
Well, try it either way. I mean,
Like,
Yeah,
all right, I got
try
it.
it either way.
You know, that sucks. That's not right. It's not fair. That's really kind of messed up. But how much she's crying about it, and that this is what her concern about is primarily about, while other folks in this
I had
environment
3s.
are getting the crap
not
taken out
bad
of
shit.
them, and
I had one decent hand.
her biggest concern.
You guys,
is
I lost
herself.
to a 4 of a kind.
So
Fuckers. Was that you,
in
Squirrely?
that sense,
Yeah, it was him.
I
Yeah,
found it
last night.
difficult
Yeah,
To
Yes.
I saw that.
I don't know how much the jury.
I
was
mean, if
able
you have to
give
go
out
out,
emotional.
that's
Yeah,
a
that's
big
the one to do.
That's
it
a
to,
good
even
way
if
to go out.
even if it's
The
fucking twos.
waterworks,
You know, it's
which
like, all right, cool.
are about to start.
But leave it to
coming
Squirrely to do
in
that.
abundance.
He was.
Luck of the draw.
And it's great to feel sympathy for her because her
You
career
got
just
in?
basically went
Heck yeah.
sideways
Yay.
because
Do you have
Diddy
you don't
had
have
his
enough
hang up
chips
over
though.
Cassie,
You have to
and he
wait.
was punished
He doesn't have 3,000. He only need 3,000.
Oh, you
for
only need
not
3?
showing sufficient
Yeah.
loyalty.
Can you hear me? Late buy-in is over.
What'd you say?
No,
Anyway,
he should see the game that's being played right there in the lobby.
Registration's
Click on
over.
lobby.
so he talks about the support she got that Diddy gave Cassie stylists and other musicians and all the components. To make
It just
the
says
start.
waiting
She
for
had to help her
confirmation.
I don't know
out.
why they keep
She
changing
said
this
yes
so
and no.
dramatically
Young jock, and she
constantly,
said, "Hey,
dude. It's
wasn't anyone
literally
else
it's
there
been
early
so
on?"
long.
Yeah,
The
someone
last
needs to
update.
check him in.
He has to be
Yeah.
he has to be
Hang on.
confirmed.
Hang on,
No,
and then
I
he'll
ran
probably have to
into
log
Cassie.
in
She said
again.
she had to do
Hang on.
Now this is in 2016.
Uh,
So what did she do?
Thank
She
you
dressed her like
guys.
David Bowie.
He's
no
excited.
worries.
Cut her hair.
I don't
She dyed her hair
see
green. We did a photo shoot at my
results. Club
house.
wall
We wrote a
standing
mini
members.
movie
Here
and
we
shot it
go.
for the project.
There he
I
is.
don't
It's
What about official?
None of your
Super
biz,
cute
Natch.
video. She's very proud.
That's
of her
him.
work. Whatever she
All right, I'm gonna
does, she
accept
thinks
him.
she does great.
All right, he's in.
And maybe she does.
You're in.
I don't know. And she's certainly
Okay,
not shy
just
about it.
just
They took
log
up
out
the
and log back
hearts.
in.
Hey, Anna,
Cassie had a
Just
green wig.
yeah,
She said, no,
just
we
close the
actually
app.
dyed it.
do you know
Wasn't green
Time
wig.
Talk's hearing is
We
tomorrow?
moved to admit this witness.
No. Let me
I don't know
text.
what this is talking about. Yeah, I don't know that. So in 2016, he left this.
Okay.
In 2016, she said that Diddy's support had dropped off for Cassie. By the time she came back to work with Cassie, she said he was still getting some financial support to like the studio and stuff like that, but he was not coming around nearly as much at this point in 2016 and 2017. And then they showed the King of Hearts thing, which got a
Yeah, you
picture
did.
of bright
Won't let
blonde
that
hair.
back.
Let me see if I can dig that picture up. How do they see it in the court? Let's see.
Okay, are you in? Okay, go to poker. Go down to the bottom where it says home. You don't see one.
Try to always set them up for late entries. So it's only been 50 or 30 minutes.
Tournaments. No, that's not the right one. We have to go to home. Home.
Yeah, it's only been actually 15, 16 minutes.
Yeah, this was it.
You didn't log in, I don't think. You need to log in. There you go. I don't understand how you can like show
This
all
was
the
that-
different
that,
things you can play without being logged in, but
Capricorn Clark was very proud. But she wanted to make her look new and fresh. She had shaved her head for a long time.
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, the old way you used to have to, once you were in a club, you had to log out, log back in.
I love it.
I remember Bao flipping out on people all the time about that.
Look how fun it is.
You're in there?
Yep. Unlock chest.
This was the low. That supposedly counts as. I love it.
I love them.
Doesn't say you have any scheduled games at any of your clubs.
January 2012.
Home games.
You were working with Cassie, and your
Here we
Cassie
go.
representative. And here's an email that you sent on January 13, 2012. The reason he made a big deal about this is
Oh,
to show
I don't know what it is. We're
The whole
clicking on
kidnapping
the
thing happens December
scheduled tournament.
11,
No, it's live tournament, so it's
Yes,
Tuesday. It's called Tuesday something.
Agnifilo is trying to make the point. Hey,
Tuesday night game, and it
get
says
back
it's
at
been
work,
running
so
for
go.
17 minutes, and
So
I'm
now
clicking
you
on
wanna
it, and
say
it's
that
just
you were
loading.
kidnapped,
Oh
you
well.
felt like you were
But you're
kidnapped,
in there,
you went
baby.
there,
So the next
3
game.
weeks later, you're back at work.
Yep, and be ready.
They're working.
I don't know. I don't know what the time limit
Jason Wally
was.
set up this call, and
Just missed it, maybe.
and I was
Just make sure you're collecting your chips every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Collect
tell him to get his free chips now. If
I already did.
He says
All
he
right,
already
cool.
did.
Cool. Yeah, get those every time. Every 4 hours, where you just open the phone or whatever he's using up and pull those chips. Because I mean, if I get in a moment, I got like 7 million, so I could dump him some chips. So.
I gotta and I can figure out how to do that. I don't know how to.
You just gotta open up a private game
to
and
know
just dump
each
them
other.
over.
Why'd you get her burner phone at Best Buy?
Or even a public game and just fold, fold on
Yeah.
them.
Do this on your bad boy phone.
Go all in and fold on them.
Like, this is
Yeah.
This is Kitty's phone. You can't do this here. She actually said, if you didn't put this in here, said this is dangerous. That's actually what it said. What you're doing is dangerous. You cannot do this on a burner phone. You cannot do this.
Sorry, you couldn't play right now, baby.
What?
Sorry, you couldn't play right now.
She took her to Best Buy.
Just happy to be in the club, I guess.
Cassie did. You spent
Let's see.
Thursday. You spent Thanksgiving Day with.
Now he can kick his mom's butt.
No.
Yes.
He came one time to my apartment.
Have you guys ever played Red Dead Redemption 2?
Oh, my son plays the hell out of it.
That's the only time I was at his
my kid. Okay, so we went to go watch this
when I went to her
cop watch, and it was all these different agencies together pulling over this one guy. Tons of cars. And so I was sitting there watching it, and then I went and picked up the kid, and we both went back there, and we went up and we pretended that he was a little bootlicker baby, and he wanted some stickers and to talk to the fancy police officers. And he got to see his first person being handcuffed. And then when we were walking back towards the car, they started following us. My kid was the one who pointed them out. And so we went into GameStop and we bought it. And now,
she was at.
On what platform?
We have Xbox.
Okay, yeah.
You play poker in that game, and it's really fun. I mean, it's not as fun as you guys, but like the silly little characters that you play against are fun. And they actually do like.
There was a new security guard that day.
It feels like real poker.
And I heard he got fired because he liked.
It's probably the best fake poker I've ever played.
Yeah.
Which is this fancy.
Yeah, my son plays it all the time. He plays it on the PlayStation, but yeah.
It's addictive. It made me cry. It's better than any movie I've seen.
Well, yeah, I mean, the guy always dies at the end, though. So just,
don't spoil it for everybody.
Everybody knows that. Oh, come on.
Not people who don't know.
I didn't know that.
So
yeah, well, yeah, you don't survive the game. Nobody survives the game.
I was told he got fired. What's his name?
But it's great.
But you carry on the legacy.
What was Mr. Combs doing with the gun?
Oh, it's a good game. I've sat around.
He told the government
with my son and
so he shows her,
watched him play for hours.
Oh, it's so good.
And she's like, it said he was
Skin a lot of deer.
Waving around parts.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, you skin
Where'd you
them.
change into street clothes? Like, where
You
was
skin
So he
Grizz?
comes in, and you're, what are you wearing at this point? I'm wearing pajamas. So
What movie
now
is that?
he says, I want you to get
Paul
dressed. So
Newman?
you change. Are you in front of him when you're
No.
changing?
Jeremiah
So she
Johnson.
Jeremiah
said, I went to my
Johnson.
closet area and changed
You
there.
skin
But you
Grizz,
truly
Pilgrim?
went, but you really went there. You wanted to go there because you were afraid that Mr. Combs was going to do something stupid. So you wanted to go with him. No, that's not true. I went because he said he didn't care and I wanted to go. That's why I went. Not because I was worried he was going to do something stupid. They had it back and forth. He's like, you went because if
I think I have it on
he
hyper,
did
so it's going
something
to go up
stupid
fast.
and killed Kid Cudi, that
Hey,
would ruin him and end your career.
girl.
That's why you went. He said, no,
Yeah, what's
I
up?
went because
Prophet
he said
thought that I
have
made
to
you
go.
mad. My new alias, Anita Answer.
Why would you make me mad?
I don't know. Probably I like to talk shit to Status, but in a loving way, and I didn't know. I was like, well, I do make people mad, so.
Oh, not at all. If James
Did you notice I called you out in the comments right away? I'm like, I know who this is just by the way she's talking.
I knew who it was
All right.
by the name.
And when he shows up there, how does he look? He looks furious.
I didn't.
He's got a gun.
I was
Yes.
like, I don't know how I made her mad, but I'm
No.
pretty good at pissing people off. So.
It takes a lot to piss me off, actually.
All right.
That I won't speak to anybody?
changed into
Yeah,
sweats.
it takes a lot to piss me off. And what about Lane's case today? What the fuck?
Well, I
I'm
mean,
I'm glad
it's-
that he
Someone who's jealous.
didn't go through, kind of, because it's like, why are you going to admit to something you didn't do wrong?
I think he. Okay. 357.6
He said, so
was
that's
saying
why you
tonight
wanted to
he
go.
thinks that
Said,
he was
no,
Lane was gaslighting
I
them,
did not want
and
to go, sir.
he got. Okay,
And he
I am
asked the
of
question
two
again.
minds with
But
this
really,
because I
because
love
of everything that was
Lane's
going on
brain
there, you thought he
and
was
how
doing
he
something
studies
stupid
their
and you
law and knows
wanted
it
to
better
go.
than them.
Objection.
But I also don't believe any of it
The
is
judge goes,
real.
"Are you
They'll
gonna
do
ask
whatever
it
the fuck they
again?"
want to do. However,
Are
Exactly.
you going to ask it again, Mr.
so, but
Agnifilo?
let's
Agnifilo?
pretend that it's real for a second.
So he left.
He got
And said, "All
he
right."
got them like the whole
So
facts
you come
thing.
downstairs.
He's like,
And
no,
now
that didn't
defendant
happen. You
was
got that
in
on the
back in
record,
custody
you know.
with a gun on his
Mhm.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he
And you
pulled
head
that
over to
whole
Kid
plea
Cudi's
bargain
house.
thing. He was
Yes.
never going to accept it, but he pretended that he was going to just to
And you
get
made
them
a
to
call.
like
No, not
admit
Be on
then.
the
to
record.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not then. So now you get to Kid Cudi's
Because they
house.
did. They.
And there's a
I
door.
It's
mean,
so
You
entertaining.
take to the
It's
door.
so entertaining.
In relation to the
Sorry.
door to Kid Cudi's
I was
house.
just like,
I
what
was
the fuck?
directly across from it.
He
The
signed
weeds
a
are
plea
getting to me.
How
bargain.
did they get past his door?
What the fuck is
Door's
going
locked.
on? Who is
Oh,
this guy?
How did they get past that? I don't
It was
know.
funny
Well,
though,
you were
like the
watching them,
judge
weren't
at
you?
first
Yes.
was like,
So if you're watching them,
no,
can't
I'm
you
not
see
going to
how they
take
get
this.
into
And
the
then she
door?
was
I wasn't
begging
paying
him to
attention
take
to
it.
that. Well,
I know,
what were
because
you
they
looking
want
for?
him to
Were you
fucking
looking
just
for an
comply.
Yeah.
Comply.
No,
They're not good
I was
actors.
looking for an
He's
opportunity.
much
They,
smarter than
So
they
then,
are, and
how
it's
did they
funny
get
as
through the
fuck.
door?
I
I
just
don't
wish he
know.
didn't have to sit in
Well,
jail
you're
for.
looking
I
at
know,
them.
but what
Let's
pisses me
picture
off
it.
is that
You're
fucking
looking at them in this
victim.
moment.
How
So
the fuck
tell
is she
me,
the
how did
victim
they get
and the
through the door?
prosecuting
It
I
should
attorney?
be
don't
the
know.
alleged
They
victim.
had their
Well,
back
that's
to
what.
me.
No,
I
I
couldn't
know,
see
right?
the door.
What,
And
the
See
victim of
them
having
to me when I'm watching to see when they're gone.
yeah, the
Victim,
Okay,
victim of
fine.
some
So
random
how they get
hillbillies
past
that
the
were
door?
probably
When they get
hired
past
by
the
the
door, they go up to
prosecutors
his
to
front
call
door.
her.
Is it
well,
open?
the
Yes.
victim that
And
stop.
describe what
Okay,
you can
give
see.
me a break. She can't
Well,
be the
the
victim
front
and the
there
prosecutor.
is
I'm
glass.
sorry.
Well,
There's a
she's
glass
not.
and it's
She's
sort of
it's
open,
Rachel
and I can
Stiles
see
is
into
the
the foyer area.
prosecutor.
Oh, is she
And
the
I can see them
prosecutor?
sort of
Yeah,
coming and going in
Shannon's
and
the
out of
She
that
stupid
area.
bitch who works
she
at
needs
the.
to go
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
They both need to go away.
And that was another thing you said. I was praying Cuddy was not into it.
When's this? Oh man.
I think that
And then he started
Matt got
asking where the
butthurt,
he had 2
and he
hotel
said, "Hey,
rooms.
wifey,
And he's like,
can
Cuddy
you
took
go
her to
through
one
this
room and she
thing
had
and
another
just
room, didn't
play
she?
the
He said,
victim for me?"
yeah, you're
So, because he couldn't play the victim because he would look too much like a bitch.
pussy. Yeah,
Yeah, so he got her to do it.
it'll get his. Yeah,
And she's
And then
just
you
as
called
disgusting
Cassie's
and
dinner
nasty as
phone.
he is, so.
Tell she was on speaker. Yes.
Not
You
as much
said
of a.
one to Cassie
Her
and
voice
answer
gives
the
me a
phone.
headache.
Yes. Are you sure you told him that he has a
Who,
gun?
Rachel?
Yes. I
Yeah,
am
she's
positive
gross.
I told him that he
Yeah.
has a gun.
I saw
I
her.
said,
I was
Puff
at
came
work
to my
at
house
my
with a
patient's house,
gun,
and I saw her
and we're at
on the
Kid Cudi's
news
house, and he
for
wants
some
to
kind of
kill
a
me.
murder trial.
That's what I told
Wow.
him.
And I started talking so much shit in
So,
front of my patient's mom.
but
I was like,
you just
that
sort of threw out
woman,
there really
she's
fast. Wasn't
evil,
it
and I was just
essential?
going
Wasn't
off
it a
about
key
her.
part of this that they should know he had a gun?
And this lady's probably going,
I
who the
wanted
fuck
them
are,
to
who
know,
are you?
but I want to get off the
No,
phone
she
because
knows how I feel about
Puffy to
stuff.
see on the
She
phone.
knows I think it's all a clown
So,
show.
It is. Well, Tuck's
but that's a key
hearings at
part.
8:30
What's
in
the
the
point of
morning.
calling if
Or
you don't
yeah,
tell them?
8:30.
Don't they need to know that he
For
has
what?
a gun? Why wouldn't you say it more clearly than that? So I said my goal
Probably
was tell
filming.
him
I don't
that
know, what is it
that
for?
Is
we're
it
at
for
your
the one
house and
with him saying that
Puffy
Tucson
wants to
police
kill
suck?
you.
Oh, that one's I think.
And
Yeah.
then I
You know
heard,
what? I think that is the
I,
one
Is
and
this
then I
on the
like
heard
something
sidewalk.
old or
When
Kid
new?
Cudi
yeah,
say,
when he was with Pup.
he's in my
When he was with
house.
Pup, right?
Yeah, they were at
Yeah, it
that
was like
apartment
almost 2
They
complex,
said
and that
this.
it's like a
stupid
year and a half
Left.
old.
correct
Yeah.
So it's
the
old.
corrections
Yeah.
guy came out with the nipple
Mhm.
rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is yeah. It's like almost 2 years
Now,
old.
didn't you say Lauren London was on the phone with you the whole
So
time?
much for speedy
You and Kathy
trial.
Cudi? So I said no, only part of the time. And this is where her
You
voice
know?
starts cracking. I wanted
And,
someone. Why would you call
or
Lauren
is it for
London?
this fucking
Well, back
thing with
then, she and I were like scared. We're like sisters.
what's her name?
Oh,
And I
wait,
was very
Mary
scared. And
Mary
I was like, I
Jane.
want to run away,
Yeah.
but I'm
Would it
scared
be
of the
that
mountain
soon?
lions.
I don't
And
know.
where he lives,
Doesn't
there
he
are
have to
no
do like an
lions. So
arraignment
I was
first or
scared.
He
something?
didn't do an
I
arraignment
wish
yet?
we saw season
I don't
2.
even know how it works. I don't know any
Yeah,
of
you
the.
do an arraignment first, of course, but like I thought he already did that, but no, I guess he didn't because he
One
didn't
of
get
the
taken in.
stupidest subplots ever.
I think if I thought any of it
Stupidest
was real, I would
subplots
have
ever
fun being a lawyer.
of 20.
Yeah.
But I
She
also
comes
thought the
across
same
a
thing
murder
about being a
one.
nurse,
Sorry.
and I got
Yeah.
suckered into that bullshit.
I did too. Let's help somebody.
You know, I got my license in the fall of 2019, right before
Honest question:
COVID.
being a large portion of cases,
Oh,
ladies
you
who
got
have
it
been
right at the.
abused one way
Oh,
or
you
another,
poor thing.
wouldn't it have been
Yeah.
smart for a woman to
You
question
poor
them?
thing. I feel sorry for anybody who started at that time.
Cassie, they had.
Gotcha.
I got sick of it.
Wasn't it?
Yeah,
they had a woman question Cassie.
during COVID
She's
when I was
not the
working
victim
urgent
of
care.
abuse. So they make sure to do that when you're talking about someone who's like, an R victim.
My job wasn't bad because of COVID, of course, but it was bad because of stupid management during COVID. Because they were trying to pretend that they follow all these rules and regulations, and then they had totally different protocols for us
Now
to
they're
follow.
admitting that all of it was based on bullshit.
This is the first time.
Yeah, and they wanted me to sign this thing that said I followed Danville's protocols. And I said, well, I'd like to write down exactly what the protocols were that you actually had us follow. And I never signed it. I was like, I don't know if I was the only employee to refuse to sign, but
I don't know if you know the Hollywood Hills Coyotes.
I didn't sign it.
Maybe Lauren's
I'm proud of you,
on
girl.
Maybe it was a long time ago.
Xbox
Are you aware that
Turtle.
Lauren and Mr. Combs were friends for years after
Let me see real quick.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't think we have voice activated controls on our Xbox. It's too old.
Potentially.
A lot of them do. I mean, it just depends on the game.
I don't know.
Well, I guess there's no
Still
microphone
on
on
the
the
phone when you called
controller.
Cassie.
So
She
yeah.
may have been. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Possible she was on the phone. I don't remember. Now,
I got an old one too. It's
is that
been turned off the
significant?
last 3
I
years.
don't know. The fact that she's 9 years later not recalling exactly whether or
My
not
kid just
she
started
unfollowed
playing
saying
Arthur
on the
as
phone,
low honor,
I don't think it's the big
which
gotcha.
I don't like personally.
Some
Like, I would not
folks
be able to
who
play
seem
as
to
low
be showing
honor, but
demeanors in the audience
I
were
want to
like,
see
"Oh,
how
yeah,
the
you
story
got her
plays
now."
out.
Flush.
And I was just like,
What?
what? That she's confused whether or not Lauren London was on the phone. Cassie, whether she walked away or not. Like, so that means she wasn't really kidnapped.
Hey,
That means he
357.
didn't have a gun. That means he didn't go into Kid Cudi's house.
I heard today from
I don't know what it
Larry,
is
the
you think is the
DUI
big
guy, that
Was it a gotcha?
Auntie
Did he get
Bev
her? Yeah.
was
got her to
being
basically
honored
question her
at
own testimony.
a
I don't think
stupid
that that's
ass
the big
party for
score
the
for
Bar
the defense
Association.
that some of the folks in the
And one
audience
of
who
the
seem
like
to be very
platinum
forgiving
sponsors
of
of the event was none
found
other than what the
McCabe's.
hell is the name of that company?
be that compelling.
The one with Shannon. Shannon's bosses.
But I will say
Aperture.
this: other folks who have
Aperture
not
was
been
one
to
of
the
the big
apologist
sponsors
were
of the
saying
party that Bev
afterwards,
was honored
Isn't
at
that,
this
isn't that
weekend.
nice?
he really broke her, and I was just like, yeah, but did he?
You guys
I
should
don't
come
know.
join us in our little normie chat.
So now you don't think
Where?
that she? You
It's
don't think that before
AV
she went to St.
to the
Cuthbert's,
7th power.
you just don't think he had a gun? All right.
I mean,
Is
do you
how
still
you
have Telegram? I've sent you a couple messages on Telegram. You haven't
Oh
responded.
shoot. Oh, I never go over there. I
All
should
right,
go
so now
look.
you see the Porsche coming
Sorry.
up the hill.
Yeah, send me the link on
In a
there.
black Porsche. And he's
Okay, I
driving up the
will.
hill back towards his own house. But we're in front of his house.
Sent you some funny shit
Stops
on there
next
too.
to us. Pulls
Oh
his
dang
pants
it.
off, and we chase him.
I most
Oh
of my
my.
notifications are off on
I'm
it
too
too,
much of
except
a
for
boomer
I
with
just want you to
a
technology.
couple of people.
just picture this scene.
You hear my kid?
When she's, I'm actually
He
envisioning
said
this.
true when I said I'm a boomer.
Mulholland Drive.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah.
in technology.
You know, where
You're
like
22.
the Hollywood sign
Right?
is. Like he's
Yeah.
driving around, speeding around in these different areas. And
You
Sure.
got that kid brainwashed. He's calling you 22.
These winding
But yeah,
roads
that's
that
what I was like, what?
Let's see if I can get this. I want to show you something.
Is his audio too loud?
No, I hear him talking once in a while, but I can't hear anything else.
Oh, it's Rumble?
Yeah.
Do you have Rumble? You gotta download it.
He's got a Gmail?
No, he has iCloud.
Okay. Well, you can set up a or whatever. Yeah,
Or you can just
Google
use my
account with your
iPad
iCloud.
right here, baby. Here, I got here it is. Indoctrination. Here, it's right. Okay,
You should see the poker game live on there now. Tell him to follow me, and I'll send him a free subscription.
Whoa. Ah, sorry, I got an ad that was really loud.
Karen Taylor
Fudge! Sorry, Karen
okay.
Taylor Robson wants me to vote for her.
Speaking of that, I need I'm looking for my check for working this stupid election recently.
Do I have to?
Dude,
go
that
over.
election days are straight up comedy. Next time I'm just gonna be bold and just wear a body cam on it because it is so silly.
Have you
do it.
guys seen the song from Hamilton? You'll Be Back.
No, play it.
So, what I want to do is get a King George costume.
Okay.
And have a peon or two holding signs that will really I don't really care about the leftists. I don't really care about triggering them because they're so easily triggered and
They
I don't
trigger
really
each other.
Right. So I want to hold signs that trigger the people on the right.
Yeah.
And
To wake them up maybe a little bit.
yeah, because I think like them, and because I are one, and I want to wear a King George costume and sing that song, "You'll Be Back," and my kid just volunteered to be my servant. Not
Nice.
around downtown Tucson though, because I don't want the creepy government people to see you. But
less record, the better, especially when you're young.
Yeah. But what's the other one? Oh, Larkin Rose, You Gotta Vote. Have you ever heard that song?
No, but I know, I'm Larkin Roses, obviously.
You gotta vote to keep up the illusion that the
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. So I want to sing those two songs and maybe some other ones that we maybe make up and just go out and pretend that we're all patriotic for England.
Yeah.
And
We should wear masks and khaki pants.
Huh?
It's a joke.
Oh, no.
So I'm thinking
I don't wait. Masks and khaki pants. What's the khaki? Oh, the FBI.
Patriot
Gotcha,
Front.
gotcha.
Yeah, FBI.
Gotcha. I want some red coat peons. Like one of my flags. I want like the old flag back in the day, but with a circle with an X through it, because King George doesn't like America, you know. And then the other one, I want it to say "Back the blue" or else.
Oh, that's awesome! I love that.
Yeah, and then something else on the back. It's just like kind of like, I love you, but I'll kill you if you don't obey.
Basically, any interaction with police is. Yeah, I can't wait till Toe gets here. I'm actually going to go live more often. We're going to do some cop watching together.
Okay. Let me sit out this hand. I gotta go do something for the kiddo.
Nice.
And another app.
It's basically in this region here. And he's showing her like a map of where. Yeah, this is it over here. There's my Skyline Drive.
Hey,
he's
Eggsy, I'll tell him.
her a map.
Hey,
he's like,
girl with
okay,
the camera.
So,
Eggsy in my chat is saying hi to you and Anna.
Hi, Eggsy.
And he started questioning
she says,
her
hi back.
about the car chase. And he's like,
I can't run the audio.
Okay.
They're all dead ends. I think it was right over
Hey, Anna. Eggsy Trick Jedi says hi.
Skyview.
In my
They're
chat.
all dead ends. This is where he lives, over here. Yeah, he lived on Hollywood Hills Road. He lived like right here.
Yeah, let's see.
So you're saying you're going up the hill here, which is in this
banger
direction.
hand. Somebody may have.
They're all dead ends.
Ooh,
How did you not lose them?
That's the winner.
And Capricorn Park.
At H2.
And a Royal Flush Draw.
There are back ways that people know how to get through to these other roads. That's how he lost us.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
I'm almost out of
chips. It doesn't matter what you
I'm
see
almost out of
over
chips. I'm gonna just leave.
Oh
this
wow.
game.
She's like, anyone who knows the area
Because
knows
Squirrely took all
that
my money.
if you're driving up Hollywood,
Squirrely,
yeah.
you little squirrely
Anna, you
mofo.
make sure you kick his ass for me, would you?
Oh, okay. Chip in a chair.
They saw
You
him
can
coming
kick his
up the
ass
hill.
too. You got a
They're
chip in a
standing in front of
chair.
This house here. Now they take off.
Oh,
after
except
him,
he's
and you can
folding
see
like a
the race
bitch.
here along these,
Bitch.
along
Oh,
these windy roads. And he's like, how did you possibly lose him?
I don't play
Deuce
Deuce 7.
They're all dead ends. And when she's like,
Maybe you
basically
should.
made Agnifilo look like an idiot with just like her dismissive tone of like everyone who lives in that area knows that what you see here is not the only way around it.
Not for
You have to
1600.
still get back
Oh,
to
yeah.
Wonderland Park Avenue from coming up this way. That apparently there are roads that are not reflected here. That
Bang, bang.
I had ace jack.
I feel redeemed now, thanks.
Yeah, you got a piece of that.
Pretty sure that's the address.
Dang it. The freaking... It's half of my freaking stack. No, it's all of it. Alright, I guess I'll go all in.
Someone allows property to pass through doors.
What? No
way. I don't want to be there. Everyone going to that job.
I'm not going to bet beyond this. When someone's gone all in with the low amount, I check off no matter what I have.
And you're calling up friends terrified. It's a little different. It's a little different. Just saying.
Well,
just saying.
Hello?
It's a little different.
hello.
All right.
Good luck.
Now.
Mine's not bad.
Oh, she's going to bet. I'm going to put you on it if you're going to do that to her.
Yeah.
Well, I'm already all in.
No, I know you're all in, but she's going to bet on top of it. You check
Yeah,
out.
you're welcome.
All in.
She's gonna steal from you a little bit.
No, I'm going to take both. Unfortunately, I'm going to take both of you out.
I don't think you are.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Dang it. You son of a gun.
I told you.
Rich people
It's a lie.
I guess.
Man was in.
Should have let it ride.
Yep.
Doc.
He sucks.
Terribly.
Sorry. I mean, I warned you. I literally warned you. How many times? Both of you. Well, you went all in early, and I was like, oh, well, I got enough cash. I can be in this game. And then I was like, oh, damn. And then.
Well, it was. I
played
put
that
in.
hand.
All right. Anyway.
The big
used
one
them
was
up what I had.
1,000.
That was where. So now,
No, the small blind
damn.
was 1,000, and then I had to call 1,000.
I hope a full house was
They
this.
spent a while on that. Okay. So now you go pick up Cassie, and you go where? We go to Cuddy's house.
Damn it. What'd you have?
And there was ADT there.
Doc put Squirrely out.
Some sort of security.
Put Squirrely out on a 4x9.
To Mr. Combs'
Little
house,
bitch.
and you see Mr. Combs kicking Cassie there, and even in the street. Yes.
I don't have to pay anything to not play this hand, so that's some shit.
Now, by the time you got,
play a little cards
by the
there.
time you got to Kid Cudi's house, hadn't the police already left? They were leaving when I was there, so you didn't end up. You really
Whoa!
And she has President Trump's complete and total endorsement.
I don't know where I am. Where the video's playing. Oh, there it is.
That's what it's sort of.
I couldn't close it.
This is not that part was not a question you asked directly.
It was that political ad again.
Got glossed over.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a significant thing. I identified that as.
Hey, baby, can I have that controller, please? Or not the controller, the plug.
Direct Capricorn Park. Go obstruct the police.
What does boss have?
If I was the one who broke into his house. But by the time she gets there,
get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Yeah!
She did say she told him that his mind was blown.
They're about evened up now.
Human, good to see you. God bless you. Thank you so much for hitting me with 10. Count them, 10 new members. Phew.
All right, stop.
Let's bring it in here.
Nope.
I had to close it.
Yep.
I don't even have it open here. I don't even have it open.
Who's doing that?
Fun 10 people brought in courtesy of CA Human, MVC, CJ Scott, Just Jurors, Def Weezer, Blitzen, Sean Green, Kill the Blank, Sweeney Fam, and Just Me, Nicole. Welcome to the following. God bless you, Human. And all you. Much obliged to you, Human. All right, I need to move on because I'm feeling
It was a horrible hand to even be in with. I still
have to wake up soon.
Wrote it out.
All right. So now you hung up on the fire inspector tries contacting. She doesn't want to talk to them. I did. When she went on vacation, who were you with? Rihanna? That's pretty wild. This is when she got fired.
1200.
2012. After you were fired, what job did you get? I was hired by Chris Lighty to work 50 Cent. Here you wrote to Mr. Combs, one day you'll forgive me. And then she starts going through these emails where she starts begging. This is in 2012, 2013, 2014. She's begging him to forgive her. And it looks really weird. You've just been kidnapped. And you're begging for forgiveness. He's waving a gun, pretending he's going to hurt you and Cassie, and you've seen him beating on Cassie.
Come on now. It's not. Ooh. Where's that 9? Where's that 9?
Email after another.
Nope.
Which
sorry, boss.
15, where she wrote, "Your grace period to humanity has surpassed the time." LOL. And
dang it.
And then she was forced the Agnifilo had to read out loud a long email. This is just part of it, which said, I wrote, she was never my friend. She wanted me gone. I only realized that later. that Cassie wanted her gone. Do you think Cassie wants you gone? And she's like, sorry, this is complicated for me. I felt that it was that I was supposed to protect her. Her role, Capricorn's role, is to be, in Capricorn's perspective, to be Puff's protector. I felt that I was the only one gone. Cassie's still there. I'm chased off, and things were getting worse. I tried to keep professionalism as the goal. You thought you could be his protector? It was more like it was my job to move the ball toward the goal and to inspire and to get things done. That's why I was brought on, and they had their shenanigans, and everything got this. Now she's crying. Through the emails. Just show you. Okay, this is the part that you hear the minister first. Crying when she reads the email. Crying when she must have wanted me. She's talking about so complicated for me. I felt as if I was looking out for Puff that evening. I was like, dude, let it go. And she's crying when she's going this. Crying got worse. Crying intensified to bawling. But she's like, I was the only one. I was the only one gone. Things were getting worse. That's what I felt. That's how I felt in retrospect. That Cassie just wanted me gone. My job was to be professional, move the ball, so he can attempt to be great. And then you came back working with him again. Yes. So he heard you. He saw your emails. And she said, I think he only did what Cassie.
Get your king. Oh, we got 3 kings. God dang it.
He wanted me back is because Cassie wanted me back. And then he pauses. And he's like,
let me just flame out.
Did that hurt? And she screams out, yes!
Ooh, you got it back. Oh, you got your 6.
Oh, I got this.
They have their shenanigans. This is my life. My whole life. My son has autism. He's in Verbo. I can't get a job. They have their...
Yeah, GG, brother.
And I'm trying to help him in any way possible, and he fires me for what Cassie did, and I didn't do anything here, and I can't get a job, and he's blacklisting me,
All
and making it impossible for me to get work anywhere else where I'm being punished here.
Chat.
And she's staying on there.
I'm ending the YouTube.
And I can't get work anywhere in an area of my core competence. She was crying and raging. It was very emotional testimony, but it was not emotionally something that, like I said, it didn't draw sympathy. It was more like you felt she was wrong and I guess sort of pitiable, I guess, even though I'm saying not sympathy. It was just like because she wasn't beaten. And she saw someone getting beaten. And she's like jealous of the one who was beaten. And she's still there.
Hang on Rumble.
Which makes it very difficult to connect
for the people.
At least for me.
Yeah, Mike is jacked up. Sorry.
Yes. God bless Joe. We'll 5 big, beautiful bills. Amen. Amen.
Maybe it'll work better in Rumble. Go over to Rumble. I'm going to play this for you guys, though. Play a couple things for you, actually.
So, just a few more minutes. We'll get you out today. Thank you, sir. You did a lot of great work with Cassie. 2016, 2017, right? Yeah.
Faggot.
Cassie had addiction
Can't
problems.
post
Yes.
anything on social media because
Sounds like she
somebody's
was in love
offended
with Combs.
with some crayon
Sounds
flag
like
in
she
their
was in
bio.
love with Combs.
Faggots!
I don't know about that.
They got like this furry,
let's get to the redirect.
tooty, pornography
I
crap.
think she feels
faggot.
like I think she's in love with her career
Can't even get an email.
and
Because
frustrated.
when you get an email from a
And
that's
that's
a
kind
corporation,
of like
whatever,
what Gene Deal
pronouns
was
in the
saying.
signature.
Like, if he doesn't want her to work, she's not working. She's not
You got
working in this
homos
industry.
buying
And
children.
this is the industry she knows.
What kid wants
I think
two
she
faggot
felt
daddies?
broken
Faggot!
in the sense that she had no
Well, I put it
opportunity
in the
to work
closet.
in this
Is the
industry,
closet
that she's
just
being
public
punished
square now?
because she didn't show sufficient loyalty to Diddy. And she expressed it as like, you know, she's an adult. She's doing what she's doing. This is why is this my job?
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh God, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
When you met with me, you wanted to work with me, right? You just there's nothing for Steiner. All right. How much is it for sidebar? This is the seller. And she never. And I was like, tell us. I wanted to know how much you got paid so much, so bad. You know what it is.
Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heels make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan. She got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
Why did you need them? To get my life back. In a kidnapping, did Mr. Combs carry a gun? Yes.